Welcome back, folks. My name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're gonna be talking about Cyberpunk 2077. So the game is 1 year old. It came out on this day last year. Now this is not going to be a review because I already have one. I'm gonna leave you a link up here so you can go watch it. Basically, it's the most updated version of the game, and we didn't have patches since I released that video a month ago, so basically the situation hasn't changed. If you want a proper review on that, just go watch the video up here, and yeah. But in this video I kind of want to recap everything which happened and what I think about the future of this game, because the release was, to put it lightly, it was a crazy time. Because, you know, everything before that was kind of, the game is gonna be great, everything is gonna be amazing, there are not gonna be any issues, and then when it came out, people were hit with the hard reality of basically having a product which had issues, a lot of issues. Now, at the same time, look, as I said in my review when the game came out, as I said in my review, that I did a month ago, I like the game. Like, obviously, I'm fond of the game, otherwise I wouldn't play it, I wouldn't talk about it, and I don't think of it as a total fail, absolutely. I still think that the game has a very, strong narrative, story, design, and characters, at least when it comes to some things. Obviously not everything. The thing they lack in is definitely just the variety in open world, the interactions, and just a little bit more RPG elements, if you ask me, just, besides the one that you have, and besides, the ones that can actually benefit because they're cyberpunk, and because this game has been adapted from a tabletop RPG, so there are many things you can play around with which would make sense in the game. Sadly with some things they couldn't, and you can see that a huge issue with that is just the management and how they couldn't get everything on time, because you can have the best people working at your company, but if your management doesn't properly plan things, and if you have revisions all the time, and if let's say you start a feature, that feature doesn't pan out, so you have to cut it, so you lose time on that, and if you don't have a strong direction of where you're going to end up being in a situation where the product is not going to be finished. So I mean, I still think to this day that the reaction people had was a little bit too insane, because developers were leaving Twitter. It was just insane all over the place, and I still think to this day that if you want to have a proper discussion about the game, if you want to share your opinions about the game, if you want to criticize the things that you don't like, you can actually do it in a very respectful, normal manner, and not be a little as most people that go and harass people are like. And so anyway, when it comes to the game itself, the future of this game in 2022 is going to depend a lot on those updates, and I do believe that 2022 is going to be somewhat of a redemption year for CDPR if things go well, because they're, how would I say, everything that they did for last year, all of the changes they have made, everything they said that they're going to do to improve their company, obviously, which means they're going to improve the product, is going to happen in 2022. First off, with the next gen of Cyberpunk 2077. As a free upgrade, even if it's free, it has to be flowing. In that next gen update, they're going to prove that they can actually patch the game properly and runs well. One of my fears that I have is that the next gen version has issues. I hope it doesn't. That's why they kind of took more time, which I agree, because the developers just wanted more time, and the management actually said, alright, you're gonna get more time. So from that standpoint, it's okay, but hopefully they managed to do it, because if that comes out and it's actually good, if it doesn't crash, if it doesn't have frame rate issues, if it doesn't have game-breaking bugs, I think that's going to be one plus in the book. And the second one, obviously, is going to be The Witcher, that they're gonna come out with, and that also has to be good, obviously. Even if it's not done by them, it's done by Saber Interactive, but still, they kind of have to do that well, so that people say, okay, things are looking better now. But I hopefully this taught them something, because all of this time, when CDPR was just, releasing games, after The Witcher 3, a lot of people thought, they cannot make a mistake, everything is gonna be fine, everything is gonna be nice. I said long time ago that if they make a mistake, it's going to backfire double the amount, because just people, you're not used to having those issues from CDPR, you're used to having those things from Ubisoft, from EA, from Activision, etc, etc. But yeah, obviously the situation is a little bit better now. I was actually surprised that my review was doing so well without that many dislikes. It has dislikes, but not too many, which I was like, damn, that was insane, you know. And you know, besides all of this, when it comes to expansions, I hope their first expansion is good, because when it comes to The Witcher, their expansions up the game a lot. Like everything, all of the mistakes that they have made on The Witcher 3 base game, they kinda just fixed later on, especially Blood and Wine. When it came out, it really defined what The Witcher 3 was about, and they kind of rounded up all of the mistakes and everything they have and just fixed it. So I hope that's going to be the same case for Cyberpunk 2077. Again, you have to kind of make a nice little line of which features you're gonna be placing in an expansion which costs money, and obviously which things are you just implementing into the base game to improve the game itself. Because obviously now one of the biggest things is the ability to change your character. You know, you cannot change your hair, you cannot change your character, which for a game set in a cyberpunk universe is a big no. Especially where you can change your face whenever you want. It's just part of the lore, so it's not really logical from that perspective. And I just want more interactivity with the world, which can be done in an update. Like, you can increase the interactivity of the world, you know, sitting, eating animation, talking with people, you know, in some areas. Now obviously when it comes to AI, that's gonna be a little bit more difficult to fix. Is it possible? Yeah. And you know, will they do it? I don't know. So yeah. And also one more thing I want to talk about before I end is about the community itself, because community, damn, it was, you know, after the game came out, I really wanted to, with all of the comments I've been getting because people thought I was working at CDPR, I actually wanted to quit YouTube. I'm glad that I haven't. I'm really glad that I haven't, because it was insane. So my advice to the community is, obviously, if you're gonna be overly negative, you're overly negative in life. If you're gonna be overly positive and say nothing is bad with the game, then that's the same in my book. What's important, if you want to get your message across, if you want to criticize something, if you want to say, alright, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, do it in a respectful manner, because people won't take you seriously. And the second of all, for everyone who praises the game, and whenever you say one bad thing about it, they think you hate the game, you also have to relax. Like, the game has issues, the game has good things, the game has bad things, it's okay. I don't know what's with this, you know, protecting CDPR or Cyberpunk from any criticism. You should avoid that. Just have a normal, respectful conversation, things are gonna be fine. So yeah, this is Cyberpunk 1 year in a nutshell. It's definitely one of the biggest releases I had on my channel, and definitely one of the most insane releases I had on my channel. And it's insane how much that reflects everything, you know, from the company down to YouTuber to videos to everything. And you know, I'm glad that things are turning around. I'm glad, because I really like this game, I really like this world, and I do want to do more lore videos. I did some, people didn't watch them, so I just stopped. And at that time, people were not interested in the Cyberpunk. It was just, you know, people were disappointed. But now things are kind of turning around, so I will do more lore videos if people are interested in them. If not, then, you know, people are not interested. That's simple as that. So yeah, if you want it, tell me down below, like, if you want me to do lore videos for this game, because the lore is vast. The lore is insane. It has 90 books, so I can make lore videos until next 80 years. So you have to tell me down below. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you for a crazy year. It's been wild, and I will continue, of course, to cover Cyberpunk. I will continue to cover CDPR. Even if things go bad, I will continue not to support it, you know, or to defy it. No, I just, you know, I still like their games, so, you know, hopefully they go back to where they were before, because it would be a real shame to see this company go down, a company which I've been following since The Witcher 1. So hopefully not. Hopefully things were learned and things will get better, but I cannot know that. I don't know that as people. I don't have a secret pipeline to CDPR. I don't have a, like, since the game came out, I didn't have a single conversation with CDPR. Even before that, the only time we communicated it was when they said, like, do you want to review Cyberpunk? I was like, yeah, of course. So yeah, that was the only discussion I had with them. So thank you again for watching. This is LKM signing out. Stay classy everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. And also huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. You're awesome. See you.